Today, we embark on a transcontinental journey across the water to Asia from Europe.
I've stocked up on supplies, I got snacks.
We are starting in Europe, on the European side of Istanbul, but we are embarking into the Asian side of Istanbul. Istanbul is one of the only cities in the world that is on 2 different continents, and we're so excited to be headed back to Asia. It's been a couple months. We had so much fun earlier this year in India and Indonesia and Malaysia, and now we're back. We're gonna take a boat tour and see all of the city by water, get some of the history and some of the gorgeous views from the water. It's gonna be an amazing time. Let's adventure! Our journey begins with a boat voyage, but once we've reached Asia, we'll be exploring one of the coolest neighborhoods in the entire world and eating at a restaurant so incredible it is featured on Netflix's Chef's Table. Ahoy from the sea! We are ready for our transcontinental voyage! Let's go, with some sightseeing in the middle. Heard the best way to see Istanbul is by the water, so I'm excited to experience that.
Cuidado, cuidado.
As intense as that music was, this is actually one of the most relaxing things we've done so far in Istanbul. We have made it to the Bosphorus Bridge, which if you caught our last video with our street food tour, you know means we are in the neighborhood of insane baked potatoes. This is one of 3 suspension bridges that connects Europe to Asia in Istanbul, and every day over 1 million vehicles drive over each bridge. So many locals make a transcontinental commute every day for work. So cool. And speaking of cool, this is the coolest building we've seen so far. A fortress built in the 1450s by the Ottoman Empire, strategically placed on the Bosphorus Strait as they prepared to take Constantinople from the Byzantines. And spoiler alert, it works. And there, in the distance, is the biggest mosque in all of Turkey, and the tallest building in all of Turkey.
We're about to step foot into Asia, right over there. The first time in a little bit. Couple months. No.
Buyurun.
Teşekkürler. We're in Asia! We made it!
Regular passports, right?
It feels good to be back in Asia. The motherland.
What immediately strikes me about Asia is the vibes and prices are a lot more relaxed. Our tour guide hooked us up with some syrup-soaked lokma to start our Asian tasting journey. We said goodbye and caught a bus to Moda. Very classic Asian coffee chain. We are currently in the neighborhood known as Moda. And Moda is actually one of the coolest neighborhoods in the world. And I'm not just making that up. A lot of you probably know TimeOut. TimeOut is a city guide. I use it all the time to learn about the top things, top restaurants, top places to go, top things to do in any city. And TimeOut has rated Moda as one of the top 50 coolest neighborhoods in the world. And I am not gonna lie, like, they might be right. I'm walking through here sort of feeling a little less cool. I'm seeing people out on a Wednesday night, out drinking, out dining. It's alive here, and there's all of these record shops, antique shops, such cool shops that I'm too intimidated to shop at. It is such a fun vibe here. There's clubs, there's pubs, like it is a happening place, and this has so many amazing restaurants and markets. Today we are going to be exploring a couple of them. We are going to go to Ciya, which you might recognize from Netflix's Chef's Table. It is such an iconic restaurant with such an iconic chef. We're going to be trying pickle juice from a pickle shop. Turkey is known for its pickles, and this shop is the place to go when you are in Turkey. We're going to be getting pickled juice and trying different sorts of pickled things. They pickle everything here. We're going to be just walking around and enjoying the amazing, cool vibes, and we're going to be trying to fit in here in one of the coolest neighborhoods in the world. Don't tell anyone we're not that cool. We are hungry. So for a snack, we're going to split a dish from the kebab shop owned by the restaurant from Chef's Table. Honestly, that sounds pretty in the know. Maybe we are cool.
At Ciya, we have gotten a plate of bread. Just kidding. Kebab. Beef and lamb kebab over a bed of roasted eggplant, red peppers, garlic. Oh, it smells good. And this is a tamarind sherbet. That's really good on a hot day like this. So tender. That is life. So tender meat, but the outside crisp is just where it's at. This is like a smash burger in a cylindrical form. Love that. I'm really glad we got the one with the baba ganoush. Really good flavor. The garlic in here pairing so nicely with the meat. That was so good. These are really rare light bulbs.
The antique stores definitely looked like a place where we could spend more time if we had it, but they're all closing. So on to the market and pickle shop. So we are here at Ozcan Tursu, which is a pickle shop. Pickles in Turkey are like a thing, and they pickle everything here. From more typical things like pickled cucumbers, aka pickles, and pickled cabbage, to things that will blow your mind, like pickled lemons, pickled pine cones, pickled kiwi, pickled broccoli, pickled mandarin oranges, I think there's even a pickled cherry in this juice that we just bought. So we bought the pickled juice. It's so cool because they build it up with all sorts of things. We asked for the spicy one. So we got pickled cabbage, we got pickled, I think a pickled cherry, typical cucumber pickle. It looks like a pickled green bean. There's pickled beet in here. There's all sorts of delicious pickled things here in this pickled juice. And I forgot to pack us electrolytes today, and it is a hot day. So I'm excited that we found this. This is like fresh Gatorade. Whoa. That's delicious. It's kind of a lot. I'm glad we're sharing a cup. And the spice hits you like just right. It's not, I was worried it was gonna be too spicy. But because of the sour tart flavor, the spice is like still a refreshing spice. Gotta try the pickled cherry. Like, this is crazy. This is awesome. Sweet and sour. That is quite good. It does have that tiny bit of sweetness that pairs really nicely with the tart.
We came just in time.
We came here definitely just in time. They are closing up shop on us right now. Yeah, what a delicious, refreshing way to recover from the hot day on the boat. You forget your electrolyte drinks when you come to Turkey. Remember to just stop at a pickle shop and you can fully rejuvenate yourself. Pickled grapes, pickled peaches, pickled cauliflower, pickled corn, pickled garlic. This is like every pickle lover's dream.
Art shop, cool. Pouring Turkish coffee, tableside, cool. PS5, cool.
It's a cool place, you guys. Cars jamming out, cool.
And speaking of cool things, it's time to sit in Asia and watch the sunset over Europe.
What a life.
That's Europe.
From Asia, yeah.
We're in Asia.
Yeah.
We are at Ciya here in the cool neighborhood of Moda. And what's cool about Ciya, the chef here is recognized on Netflix's Chef's Table, and the chef here is known less as a chef and more as a food anthropologist. They have visited so many villages and tried recipes from aunties all over the country of Turkey to come together and make this menu here. And the menu is constantly changing. It's made with the freshest ingredients. This place is recognized by World's 50 Best. It's recognized in the New York Times. I'm literally looking at articles all around this restaurant with awards and media presences that they have had here. Like, this place is so legit and the prices are relatively reasonable. One of the most recommended dishes you can get here is the lentil soup. Oh my god. Okay, it is so just rich and creamy and delicious, but also it has mint in it. That mint flavor is like coming in with that hearty richness and like making this like crazy delicious combination in your mouth. You don't really get mint that often in savory dishes. And then there's garlic in here and other spices. It is coming together so delicious and beautifully. I love this. I love this. We also have the artichoke. And what's epic about this artichoke dish is that it looks like it's all hearts. If you like artichokes, you know the best part of an artichoke is the heart. Don't get me wrong, the leaves are good too, but you do all the work eating all the leaves, and then you get to the heart and you're like, wow, this is what I've been waiting for. It has artichoke, it has carrots, it has potatoes, it has all these delicious fresh spices. It is so good. And a strong olive oil flavor in here. Olive oil and artichoke are just the perfect combination. And then add these fresh herbs and spices. Like, this is very delicious. This is a great way to get your veggie serving in. And it's so much fun. There's like literally a counter where you get to choose and they make this meze plate.
My favorite part about Turkish food is the spread. You get to try a little bit of so many different dishes. Hummus, believe it or not, this is our first time having hummus in Turkey. I've had a lot of hummus in my life. It's one of the better ones. That is a very, very good hummus. Good amount of lemon in there actually, giving a really nice zest. And like this is grape leaf wrapped around rice. Really, really good flavor. The grape leaf has this nice sourness to it. Very moist olive oil flavors coming through. Very, very fresh everything. Like, you got those like nice herbaceous citrus flavors coming out. So nice. Really awakens your appetite for what's to come next. This is their bulgur dish, cracked wheat. Nice buttery. Honestly, if you gave me nothing else on the plate, you just gave me that, I wouldn't be complaining. That is delicious. Saved the one I was most excited for last. These are mini meatballs in cherry. It is savory sweet combo I'm expecting, but very, oh yeah, you can smell the cherry right off the bat. Yeah, it's actually a lot sweeter than I was expecting, but it works. It's so strange. It's like they're both meeting in the middle. So it's a very light sweetness coming from the cherry, and then the softness meat. It's like ground very, very fine and kind of like has a very light bite to it, and that kind of, they meet in the middle for the pairing as opposed to like two very different contrasting flavors trying to be put on the same plate. I get it. It gives me like cherries playing the role of tomato in this dish. Very, very unique. I like it though.
It's really cool to know that like these are coming from all over Turkey. Like, these are classic Turkish foods, and it's like all of the cultures of this country, because there's a lot of different cultures here in Turkey, and all of those cultures are meeting here at the dinner table, and it's delicious. I didn't actually come up with that. New York Times has it as the headline in the article that's right behind you. got a cool treat to keep us cool in one of the coolest neighborhoods in the world. And I'm feeling pretty cool because we just waited in a long line. This place is absolutely packed, which makes me feel like, yeah, we're pretty cool people that we're in the know about this ice cream shop. So Turkish ice cream is a thing. If you caught our street food video, we already tried sort of the street style of Turkish ice cream. But I really wanted to give it a real shot and try like a legitimately good place versus just a random place on the street that's selling kind of more the artificial flavors. So we got kaymak flavor, which is kind of like a clotted cream that we've been spreading on our bread, our toast every morning since we've been here for the most part. And now we have it in an ice cream. It's just cream flavored, so it should be delicious. Whoa. I am so glad that we gave Turkish ice cream another shot. It was fine when we tried it on the street. It was a hot day, but this is something so different. Like, this flavor is just capturing these sort of savory notes that you get with cream, as well as the sweet. There's so much depth to the flavor here. Like, it is insane. And then you're still getting a bit of the Turkish ice cream having like more of a gummy texture, having a little bit more thickness, but it's not to the extent that it was in the street ice cream. It's more subtle, which is probably correct because I think we are at a more classic establishment here. It's delicious. A perfect way to cool down on this hot day in Istanbul. In Asia! We're in Asia right now. It's so crazy. What a day.
Oh yeah, that's really good.
Feeling cool in the coolest neighborhood.
Oh yeah, a good closing to a good day.
Also, it's almost 11 at night, and like this place is popping.
Forget pubs and clubs, we got ice cream.
We are taking the metro under the river and back to Europe. What an insane day. We woke up in Europe, went on an incredible relaxing river cruise, popped over to Asia, and spent a few hours exploring, eating delicious food, watching the sunset over Europe, and now we're just taking the metro back to Europe because it's bedtime. This is crazy. Life is so crazy, and we are so thankful that you're a part of it. So please hit that subscribe and the like button, and we'll see you on the next one.